Alright, I have more to say about the special features for Doctor Who, Genesis of the Daleks. Okay, so there's a commentary. I like commentaries. Usually. I definitely prefer commentaries over production notes. Commentaries can be interesting. I always prefer, pretty much always prefer when they have uh, actors do commentaries rather than like people, members of the crew. Typically, if you're a member of the crew and you're on a commentary, typically it's not very interesting, in my opinion. I think it's more interesting to hear from actors. Sometimes the director, unless it gets too technical, it's the technical stuff I don't find very interesting. The writer, maybe, might be interesting if talking about the story. So sometimes I like behind the scenes stuff, but sometimes if it's technical, it's not very interesting in my opinion. So definitely like the actor commentaries, but sometimes commentaries like it would be nice if I could put subtitles up for the commentaries, because whenever I'm watching something, I always have subtitles up, because sometimes it's hard to hear what people are saying, and sometimes when I'm eating, I can't hear even if they're talking normally because of the sound of my chewing. And then like sometimes on commentaries, like specifically in Doctor Who commentaries, but other commentaries too, I've noticed, where you can hear uh, some people on the commentary that are talking normally, but some people are like they're like low talking. They're practically whispering. I don't know what is going on with that, because like why can I hear these people okay, but this one person you can barely hear them. Is there something wrong with their microphone? Are they not close enough to their microphone? Or do they have this uh, feeling where like they're like uh, they need to talk low because they think like the person that's watching the episode, they want to be able to hear the episode. They don't want to be disturbed by your talking, but it's a commentary. We're supposed to be able to hear your commentary. So I don't know why these people are talking so low sometimes. It's very irritating. Or it's just like one person. They don't realize all these other people are talking in a higher volume. Why is this one person talking at such a low volume? The people who are the production behind the commentary, they should. Why don't they realize? I can hear everybody, but this one person, they're not speaking very loudly. So why don't they uh, stop and say, "Can you speak a little louder?" Or "We're having trouble hearing you," something like that. Why don't the people who are producing the commentary make that adjustment? So that the people who are trying to watch the special feature and listen to the commentary can actually hear everyone that is speaking on the commentary. That's what I feel. That's how I think about that. Okay, so on the commentary for Genesis of the Daleks, there is Tom Baker, the Doctor, and there is Elizabeth Sladen, Sarah Jane, and Peter Miles, who played Niter, and David Maloney, who was the director. So I didn't when I was preparing the notes for this, I didn't re-listen to the commentary. I really didn't feel like doing that. I could have said, "Oh, they said this interesting little thing in the commentary." I just didn't have the patience for it because I already spent a long time uh, with the notes. for the actual episodes. So I didn't really feel like doing that. So just to say that there is a commentary on here, and it's with these people. I think I've already listened to the commentary twice, too. So maybe that's another reason why I didn't really feel like listening to it for a third time. So because I already listened to it twice. Because I listened to it for the DVD, and then I listened to it for on the Blu-ray, because I had the Blu-ray collection, so that had the Genesis of the Daleks on it too. So I listened to the commentary twice for that. And then, there's also a documentary on special features called Genesis of the Classic. So it's an hour long. So it's just behind the scenes of talking about the story of Genesis of the Daleks. So it's members of the production, the crew, and the cast. So they're talking about the behind the scenes of Genesis of the Daleks. So considering it was an hour long, same thing. I was just exhausted from doing the notes for the Genesis of the Daleks. 6 episodes, 142 minutes. So I was just looking for something. I didn't watch the whole thing again because it was an hour long. So I was just looking for something, just a comment. What did they say that I can write down in the notes? So I didn't really have much to say because I didn't go through the whole thing. So nothing against it. I'm sure I enjoyed it when I watched it. This one I probably, like the commentary, I probably watched it twice, so I didn't feel like watching it all the way through a third time. So not too much to say. It was probably very interesting, but just one thing that they said in there. So it starts out with Barry Letts and Terrence Dicks. So they were noticing that Terry Nation's script for this particular story, it was just retelling the same stories that were already told in previous episodes. So like plagiarizing himself, I guess. So they felt it wasn't original enough. Barry Letts and Terrence Dicks. So they let Terry Nation know that, and I guess he agreed. He said, "Oh," because I think Terrence Dicks said they went step by step, saying, "Well, this happened here, and it also happened in this previous story, and this happened here, and this happened in this previous story." So they went step by step with Terry Nation, showing him how he was just repeating what he had done, in the stories he had written previously that he had turned in. So Barry Letts suggested a story about the genesis of the Daleks. So he even suggested that title, to find out where the Daleks came from. So like a prequel. So that was Barry Letts, his idea. Which is a good idea. Prequels are fun. Once you've established something, and you don't tell how something comes about. It's a story or characters. I find it interesting to go back and find out how did this begin? What happened before this? So I like prequels to find out the origin of things, why things happened. And then another special feature, which, yeah, this one's 53 minutes. the Dalek tapes. That's what this one's called. This special feature. It's another one that was really long, and I didn't feel like watching the whole thing because I had already just got done watching all 6 episodes of the Genesis of the Daleks. I didn't feel like watching a 53-minute documentary all the way through just to write notes for it. So another thing that was interesting, I just didn't feel like watching the whole thing all over again. Because like the Blu-ray for the whole season, it pretty sure it all of the special features that were previously released on the DVDs for each story were also put on the Blu-ray for the whole season. So that's why I was watching these all over again on the Blu-ray. So you get a lot of special features on those Blu-rays this season, Blu-ray seasons. So the Dalek tapes. So this again, I didn't have much to say because I didn't watch the whole thing. I was trying to skip through it and trying to find a little bit to say, and this is all I found that was noteworthy. But it's all interesting, I'm sure. So there was a comparison made with the Daleks and fascism and race hating. So I felt that was a good point. And then, okay, so this special feature, the Dalek tapes, it goes through the history of the Daleks in Doctor Who. So it's not specifically about the genesis of the Daleks, that story, but it goes through other stories throughout the history of the show, talking about the Daleks. So that's what that is. And then there's a continuity compilation where it in the special features where it shows old clips announcing when the Doctor Who episodes are going to be aired. So like commercials, clips. And then there's a Blue Peter special feature. So that's an old show that talks about Doctor Who. I'm not sure if they talk about other things or if it's just about Doctor Who, because I've seen that on other. I've seen that frequently. The clips from the show Blue Peter on Doctor Who DVDs, where they're just talking about Doctor Who. On this clip, they show how to make miniature Doctor Who sets at home. It's kind of funny because there's dogs on the set of the Blue Peter show, and at one point there's a woman talking while there's a cat in the background cleaning themselves. Like, then there's a photo gallery. Photo galleries are kind of annoying sometimes because I don't see the point of just watching photos of, like, why do I need to see these photos that these images were already in the episode or episodes that I just watched, or movie if it was from a movie, because and sometimes photo galleries are like 7 minutes or longer. Sometimes there's photo galleries of like shots of photos of like just behind the scenes images. I guess that's a little different, but if it's just like images that I already saw in the movie or show, why is it in here? Why do I need to see this again? I'm almost done here.